It's the middle of the night, and I'm making a live feed because I woke up and had to deal with some things. I fell asleep pretty early, which, I have chronic fatigue syndrome. It happens. But I woke up because a thing was crawling on me. And I'm glad that I wake up when things crawl on me and I don't just sleep through it. And it concerns me that I might possibly be sleeping through some of these events. But it baffles my mind. I cried when Lava took my home and my stuff, and I cried when the shit came down with my son, and I cried when I lost Lily. But none of those really big, important, life-changing events affect my psyche the way crawly things do. And they're these little crawly things. They're like these little wormy things. And they're like millipedes or something. And every single freaking night, there's one. One. And it's in my bed. They're in my bed. And so I throw the sheets back and I get the little freaker out. Sometimes I'm so freaked out about it I can't sleep till I find it. Sometimes I sleep on top of my blankets because freaking crawly thing. And today, I fell asleep at like 7 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, really early. And so today I was just like, maybe it won't happen, maybe no. I wake up because this is a crawly thing. It was on my shoulder right here. I could feel it. And I was wake up and flung it across the room. So, being as I live in, this tent thing with boxes and blankets and shoes, and I don't know where I flung it. So now it's in here. So I get up and I'm looking around for it and just checking the walls for other bugs, check my rat trap. And I look up and there's a slug on my ceiling, like all the way up there, like all the way. And it was right about over there. So I start flinging salt at it. I'm like out here in the middle of the night throwing salt at my ceiling until I got it. And then I turned my back for a second. I'd put something on the floor to catch it when it fell. And I turned back and it's fallen, but it's not on the thing. Of course, it's not on the thing that I put on the floor for it to catch. So I find it and it's this little mushy pile now on my carpet. And there was no way I was going to pick it up with a Kleenex, because then it's all squishy in my fingers. And did I mention that I have a slug phobia? I have a slug phobia. Like cockroaches, all these other things I deal with. Slugs, lose my mind. So now I'm sitting here in the middle of the night and having all this anxiety and stress in my body because of bugs, because of a little wormy thing and a slug. And I swear to God, it's going to be slugs and wormy things that take me out, that make me crazy, that make me lose my mind and take me out. Because right now I'm sitting here thinking, I just have to leave. I have to leave this island. I cannot live like this. Where am I going to go? A friend offered me a place in Ecuador. I'm pretty sure they have bugs in Ecuador. So, lava didn't take me out, but bugs are going to take me out. It's the little things. It's the little things. It's time for me not to be living in a tent, and I'm not sure how that's going to happen. I know that I lived, right in my own jungle. But it was my jungle, you know? It was my jungle. And there are ways that this is way better jungle because, you know, I have access to a house with indoor plumbing and, you know, I've got electricity and um, there are people around. I'm just tired of being unsettled. It's 4 freaking months. And the bugs. The bugs are going to make me lose my mind. I cannot deal with crawly things, with little wormy things crawling on my shoulder while I sleep. And I do put my hair up when I sleep because, oh my god, I can't imagine how badly I would lose my mind if a crawly thing was in my hair. Because I always think a crawly thing is in my hair. Anybody who's got curly hair, raise your hand if you freak out because you're afraid a crawly thing's going to get in there. Or a thing's going to fly in there like a flying cockroach. That terrifies the crap out of me. When the big 747s get in here and they're like this freaking long and they're like flying around and I'm like, no, not my hair, not my hair. So, anyway, I didn't give you much of a lava update, but I'm giving you a state of mind update. And my state of mind update is I don't want to live like this anymore. I had a really sad day. And it comes. It comes in waves, you know? And it totally crushes me. Honestly, I haven't talked about this. Crushes me that my son has not contacted me one time throughout this entire event. I know he thinks he has his righteous reasons, and he has the right. You know, we all have the right to choose who we're going to talk to and who we're not going to talk to. It's just, what happened, Sean? What happened? Why did you do what you did? Why did you stop talking to me? Why don't you talk to me now? And why do you believe the stories in your head about why you're not talking to me? Your number one ally, the person who had your back, raised you, and then you suddenly, out of the blue, and y'all can think there's 2 sides to the story, but I'm telling you that on my side, I didn't know what the heck was coming until it came, until it happened. My son just, boom. I feel like he's not my son, but that person walking around being angry and so that's what's really going on here, guys. Is the lava, the loss, those are big things. Those occupy my entire psyche and my heart. But the bugs, they're like water torture, and they just wear down. And so my sadness about my son, which I will continue to deal with and eventually come to terms with in some way. One thing I won't do is I'm not going to shut my heart down, because he broke my heart open in ways that gave me access to a real tenderness in me. And I'm not going to waste that. And I'm not going to shut my heart down to him. I'm not going to stop caring about him. Because it would shut down a part of me that really matters. So I will find another way to navigate this so that I'm just not bleeding all the time. And I'm not all the time. I mean, actually, it's like a cycle. It's like maybe once a month or so I sort of lose it to this degree where I'm like, what happened? Where's my boy? And then the bugs, you know, the bugs come, the bugs like water torture at me until I freak out over bugs, when what I'm really upset about is the confusion about the things that have happened, and then just wanting to just fling it all off and go run someplace else. And, you know, I love it here, I want to be here, and yet a part of me just says, just get the money from FEMA and buy a really nice minivan and drive around, you know. And then I'm like, well, what do I do with the things that I still have, you know? Like, I probably have enough things, like, between what I had at a friend's house and what I've accumulated now for, like, a small, you know, like, outdoor shed. And I kind of want to keep it. But, I'm tired of the bugs. But the bugs just poke at me until I say what's really going on. And what's really going on is I miss my son, and he doesn't give a shit about me. Or he doesn't give a shit about me more than he gives a shit about his pride. I don't know. I don't know. I just know that nothing's gonna take me out like this, including the freaking slugs and the little wormy things that crawl on me. I'm gonna buy salt and just pour it like in mounds around this whole 10 by 20 awning thing. But that's my middle of the night rant. And I guess it takes me ranting in the middle of the night to get honest. I've been reluctant to talk about my son at all, but he's not paying attention anyways, so this is my reality. Lava, Sean, Lily, bugs. So I love you guys. Aloha.